They don't run country with imbeciles, with Division 3 people. You don't run a country like that.
But Division 3 is good.
If you go to Bangladesh, the civil service is one of the most competent in the world, because you don't run your country with imbeciles. You run your country with intelligent people. The second point.
I am shocked to hear this from Ruben Abati, that you can't run a country with imbeciles. So who are the imbeciles? However, this is the Arise News Morning Show. Rufai and Ruben Abati, they reacted to this issue that is trending about the certificate scandal from Chicago State University. Take your time and listen to this analysis.
Concerning the certificate, I think a lot of people should come out clean. And the university and the institution should come out clean. Why is all of this happening? The certificate he presented to INEC is different from the one a lawyer, Enahoro Eba, got from CSU. And they filed a case as regards that I never saw the light of day. There were discrepancies as regards what the same Chicago State University gave Enahoro Eba, a lawyer, and what the president filed in his INEC form. We should not have a country where we're having discrepancies in certificates of leaders. We should not have a country makes mockery of our country. So it is based on that, Atiku Abubakar. And that's why the subpoena is clear in the Vanguard News report last year, and the documents are public source. All the records that CSU gave. And it's based on that Atiku Abubakar is going to court. So there's been a lot of back and forth in court as regards the case. But CSU is not also willing to authenticate this same certificate that they gave out. They can also authenticate their own certificate. So it's a blight on CSU. So no matter how much CSU tries to go and contact CBS and issue a report, the question we should ask them is, why can't they authenticate the certificate they gave out? Because if you give out an authenticate certificate, you should be able to authenticate it as the body that issued the certificate. And also, why are there discrepancies in who signs the certificates? A man that just came in 1998 signed a certificate that was issued in 1979. And that's why when Mr. Duro Jaye came out to say he went to school, we would like to have the man on the table here, because we would like to ask critical questions about his time in school. And it's not today we had cases against the president as regards certificate issue. That was back over 20 years ago. Even the primary school he went to and the secondary school he went to are still things we should ask for. You remember the conundrum of GCI? You remember also St. Paul's School, our lawyer. So there are many questions, and there needs to be clarity on the primary school he went to, the secondary school, and the university. Because so that people have a right to be able to know. I remember when, what is it called? I think it was one of Nigeria's president. Was it President Yaradua or somebody? They were doing a documentary on him, and they traced the documentary to where he served at Holy Child School. Dr. Abati also reminded, I think it was Goodluck Jonathan, they did a document and they discovered that he was teacher he served in maybe around Osun State or somewhere. NYSC in Osun State. So these are the documents we need to keep asking. Also ask things about, okay, where did he do his primary school? Where did he do his secondary school? And this university issue. So these are pertinent issues that need to, and the fact that CSU cannot authenticate the certificate. These are the questions, that pertinent questions we need to ask because of our national, knowledge base and sovereignty.
Okay, may I put it like this? The issue about President Tinubu's academic qualification is of no moment. It's not an issue. The people who have been digging into it since 1999 when he became governor of Lagos State, they're just wasting time. Section 131 sub D of the 1999 Constitution says, for you to be president of Nigeria, you will have qualification of school cert. At least, that section says, at least a school certificate qualification or its equivalent. Now, that word that says at least means that, in fact, you are not required to even complete secondary school. You could be F9 parallel, as many people who have led Nigeria came out with F9 parallel. So you don't need, we are running a country where your education does not matter. So all of us, because we carry degrees, we wore academic gowns here and there, we think that the people who should run Nigeria should be educated people. No, the Constitution of Nigeria does not say so. And that's why we had that issue about school start with President Buhari. No, he didn't need to have a school start. Even in the Constitution, the interpretation of that section 131 says that, look, if you attended one or two seminars, and you can prove that you attended one roadside seminar where an MC was present and you were given a certificate of attendance, you can be anything in Nigeria. That's the level where we are. So all this controversy, whether he went to Chicago State University, he didn't go to Chicago State University, it's of no moment. Really, President Tinubu does not even need to go to any university to be president of Nigeria. He does not need to even go to secondary school. Do you know that in the interpretation section of the Constitution, it is even said with regard to section 131 that if you can just prove that you can speak English, you can be president of Nigeria. It even says that INEC on its own can determine on its own who can be president of Nigeria. So that's why I say it's of no issue, and nothing is going to come out of it. The people who are pursuing whether Tinubu attended Chicago State University or not, yeah, they may be pushing the point along the lines of perjury, because if you claim something, then you must prove it, okay? But the truth of the matter is that what we have been told now is that he attended the university. So even that perjury claim has fallen flat. And people have been on it since 1999. Tinubu did not go to university. He went to university. What we need to worry about is the quality of the education of the people who will lead Nigeria. I said yesterday on this same program that there are people in this country who have like 3 master's degrees, perpetual students. There are people who have double PhDs. Why is it that those ones are not good enough to lead Nigeria? Even if they are not naturally gifted, but at least you will know that this one has a brain. If you surround him with the right people, his brain will wake up, which is double PhD, is triple masters, and all of that. So why are we running a country with Division 3 people? They don't do that in Japan. They don't do that in China. If you look at the cabinet in China, despite the fight between America and China, most of their big men, they are from top schools from the United States. The same with Japan. They don't run country with imbeciles, with Division 3 people. You don't run a country like that.
But Division 3 is good.
If you go to Bangladesh, the civil service is one of the most competent in the world, because you don't run your country with imbeciles. You run your country with intelligent people. The second